Your girl is up. She get her skin routine up this morning. For 2 days, I didn't get to do my skin routine because I was doing some stuff. So I didn't get to do it. I just wash the face and then, what they say, clean like we wash your face with the cake soap. So that's all I did. And then yesterday, I went on my tablet yesterday. Not my tablet. I went on my laptop yesterday. And I was able to change over my, what they call it? I was able to change over my change my name. So good morning, and how do you do? I fell asleep. I don't, and then I was watching the video. I'm because it was an old video, and I had some stuff there because I was trying to I use playing around, and I add in the TV and the stuff in there. So let me go see what this thing have to offer me, and that's what I did. That's what I did. You know what I mean? But it took forever to upload, and then when you upload, man, that's it. I guess it's trying. Let me put the phone up on charge because I got some my my people called me this morning, wake me up early. We were supposed to have a meeting last night, but they said they didn't have the meeting. They were supposed to have the meeting last night. There was no meeting, but they get up earlier calling. Very early calling me, so I have to make sure this is on charge. So when they call, I can answer. You see? You know when the songwriter say when he called me, I'll answer. So when they call, I think they send me a message. Oh, she said okay. She said okay. Enjoy with Naomi. You say, my dear, good morning. Good morning. How are you guys doing? I got up this morning and take care of my skin care routine. So now, and the guy, he didn't work on the car as in work, but he checked it out for me yesterday and everything. Then he carried it on the freeway and everything. So good morning, enjoy with Naomi. So we able to take it on the freeway yesterday, and we did a few driving yesterday. He really drive the car. You know, he run the car for days and everything. So we back driving now. I don't know. We drive it back home yesterday. I don't hopefully everything goes well. You know what I mean? That's how we can say. Hopefully everything will go well. So this morning I gotta go drop some paperwork that I was supposed to drop off from last week, and then I gotta go print me some documents that. So good morning to everyone. Enjoy with Naomi. So what are you doing? I'm about to go make me some breakfast for the kids, and then we gotta go take a shower, and yeah, you have to take shower because it's summer. This is summer. This is not winter where you say I'm paying overnight. No, no, no. You gotta take a shower because it's too muggy. So you want to start the day nice and fresh, you know. So yes, so I'm so happy. I'm so happy. He didn't put no parts in our so, but he found a few errors when the other guy put in the motor. So he didn't have all his tool. Cause yesterday I have to drop him back off to get his tool. Oh no, no, no! I just not much long get off the phone with with one of my sister cause they traveling. They traveling as I speak, and everything. I haven't heard from my other sister yet, but I called my uncle, and my uncle said she reached down already. So that's good. And then I have some other paperwork that I need to get out the way. So, because and then I gotta book that appointment that I have to book so that I can. I say when I can share that part, I can really share it. But for now, no, I can't. So, yeah. So let me get started with, let me wash my hands. Get started with the breakfast. And then we had a beautiful dinner yesterday, guys. Anybody watch that video? The only pity you guys didn't get to see me season up the wings yesterday, but one of these day I will do, I have another set of wings. Because the kids then kept asking for refill after I get offline yesterday. My little son said I took for the mechanic food downstairs, and the little, when I came back up, I had shared their food. So when I came back up, the little one said, Mama, um, the chicken is good. He tear all that chicken up and the mashed potato, and he asked some more chicken. He said, Mommy, I love the chicken. That little one ate his poor little tummy out yesterday. I felt so good. He said if I got plants in my house, I got one plant in the house. So, and then the big one asked some more mashed potatoes. So I guess the big one is not a meaty type. You know, when I was younger, I was more of a meat person than anything else. So one of them, I don't know what to say. Yeah, they're on now. So I'm gonna wash my hand and get them some cereal, breakfast cereal. We don't have the pouch to put anything on. You know what I mean? We don't have the pouch. And in that it is so hot, you know. Oh, you like to eat chicken and eggs? Oh, my son like eggs too. The little one, that's the little one. I used to love a lot of stuff, but when we see they love the stuff I love, I kind of slow it down so they can get it because I had enough already. I eat enough in my life. You know, when you eat enough in your entire life, you just say, all right, then this, you can always find something else to substitute yourself. So good morning, good morning, good morning to everyone. Good morning, and I want to say a big thank you to each and everyone that is helping me to get my watch hours. I say big thank you to all of you. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. If you comment and you see me don't reply or so, I'm struggling with my phone. So when I do reply to a few comments, that's enough for the day. Phone like that's enough. But I'm gonna try to get me another phone. I'm gonna try because I wanna do since I get the car, I wanna try. I know it's not because I had just put another motor in there, so I wanna try to do something else. And but in order for me to do it, I gotta get another phone. Cause the other phone we have now, I'm coming live and I had to clean it. When I tried to go live, you know, allow me, and then I had to turn around and clean it. So, uh, it's a struggle. And then for everybody who watched that video last night, it was an old video. What I did was just adding the TV frame, a few pictures, because I was just trying to play around with that app. But I think the more thing you put into it, you have to probably, when you use that app, you have to limit the amount of stuff you can put in there, because then it don't show what you need to show. Then you have that white screen if you notice that. So, but you don't understand why. You know what I mean? So I guess when I'm using that kind of app, I would have to use I would have to use it with maybe say two, three, maybe about like 20 minutes, 30 minutes or so. Nothing over 1 minute, 1 hour. Because then it's stuff that you put there won't show, so yeah. But I wanna say a big thank you to everyone who is watching up my videos. A lady called me yesterday that I personally know. And she know herself and she said to me, I am watching your video. I said, thank you. You know, I said, thank you. So I appreciate everyone that hear my, what they say, hear my cry, oh Lord, attend unto my prayer. When my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that is higher than I. So thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Hear my cry and just say, all right then, let me just spring into action for Resilient Queen. I really appreciate. So you see my song that come to my mind for you guys? It's like hear my cry, and you guys spring into action to help out a mother here and another a lady here, and a miserable one at times sometimes, but if you guys understand me, you understand me. You know what I mean? For who don't, that's all right, but you still understand. Yeah. So I want to say a big thank you to you all. I'm still working on my watch time. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, I'm thanking you guys. Now I can start see, like, I don't know when I get off live because I was doing it on the computer, so I wasn't doing it on my phone last night. So I don't know, but when I got off live nowadays, I see like 2 minutes. I'm not seeing on 0.64 anymore. So thanks to everyone that hear my cry and attend unto me, helping me out. So thank you guys so much. And I know that one day, I know, I know. I think I said I know all the time. If you should watch all of it, I know one day, I know one day. So one day will be something that I can give back and say thank you guys so very much. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you all, and to all the content creators that said reach out to me and say, hey girl, I'm playing your video, I'm replaying your videos or so. I want to say a big shout out to you. I know my brother Mindy Game, he reached out to me and he said create a playlist. So I start the playlist, but only one video in the one last night. So I just gotta go in and I gotta go in now and add some long form videos, so anybody wanna watch them from there, because the other playlist I have, you have shorts and everything in there. So you know, so I want to go create that. So I hear your Mindy Game, and to what is it called, love. Oh, I don't remember the full name, but I remember the other name. Lyrics by Nidia. She said she watching my replay, and I think there was another lady reach out to me too, you know, and said she watching my replay there, and a couple others who are in the background there, and I know my moderator. I know my moderators are watching me, you know, and they watch putting my video and watching it out there. So they don't say in one of them said it to me that they're watching, one of my moderators, but I know the others are kind of busy, but they still watch when they can. So I appreciate all of you. You know, I only can say the persons who told me what they said to me, you know. So yeah, you know what I mean? So I want to say thank you to every other person as well. I might not know your name or anything. So don't think I'm singling out person. It's just the persons that I saw their comment. I might not reply back to the comment, but I saw the comment and everything. Because sometimes on my phone when I try to reply to comment, I only reply to few. Sometimes I only can just throw the heart. Sometimes I want to do a little writing, then my phone won't even let it go. So I might have to do all of that on my computer. And as I said, not in the right headspace for right now, you know. But we holding on. We holding on, family. We holding on. So I just want to take the time. I got up and I heard the voice say thank you. He said your behavior is so kind. Thank you. Enjoy with Naomi. Thank you. So that little shout out video that was in there, that was our old video, and I just take it and actually it's the I put the video into the AI format, and the AI format mute off the video. Mute half the video, I'm telling you. Okay, I win everything. Hey, mute half the video. Like too much sound, too much music. Mute her. So I want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you guys so much. And I have this lady too. She been watching me for God know how long. I think she is from Africa. You know, I have quite a few people watch from Africa or check my video out there. So, but from around the place. Shannon. I think her name is Shannon. I'm gonna put her link up one of these days so you guys can be she's so helpful. You know, she be supporting me for a while. For so long. Way before I got 1,000 subscribers, she been supporting me. You know. I'm always going there to watch her videos and everything. You know what I mean? Like her videos are so hilarious. And I'm telling you. So I will put her link one day in the description so that if anybody can connect with her, because she's still at 100 and something, you know. I subscribe to her and everything, but you know how life go. You know. So I would love for you guys to go, you know, give her some subscribers so she can grow as well. So she can grow, you know. And to everybody that's out there, because I know it's not easy. So thank you all so much. Enjoy with Naomi, everybody, and the all my friends and family, you know, all of them, you know, everybody, you know yourself, all walks of life. So thank you guys so much. Everything is greatly appreciated, and as I said, I don't see no 0.6 something or 0.34. Me, I get like a minute or two now, or maybe 3 minutes or 4 minutes now. That's how I see it now. Not every day though. Not every day. Sometimes I just see 1 minute. One mama one day, the other day I was cleaning up. I see 1 minute. 1 minute square off 1 minute. But that's still, I'm still thankful. You know what I mean? Because you say it's something it's like you complain about something and you see a little growth. It's, you know what I mean? You go from 69 0.64 watch hours to an hour or so. That's growth, you know. It might not be big as how you want it right away, But that's growth to me. That's what you call growth. 'Cause you know you see little things where you can say, I can smile. In if every 1 minute, you know what I mean? So I thank you all so very much. Thank you to everybody who always, you know, stop by and help you girl out, you know what I mean? Because everything counts, you know? Everything counts. Akunu, how you doing? PCCB new. Hello, hello, how are you? Greetings. You know, so thanks to everyone. I was so near to Bella Isle yesterday, and I couldn't go to Bella Isle yesterday because there was a lot of traffic yesterday. And guess what? I went when I dropped the mechanic off yesterday because we had to go to the storage and then drop him off. And then we hit the freeway like we're heading towards Flint and everything. He drive that car yesterday. He drive it. He drive it. So he said he don't know. So but he have a few things he gonna have to come and do. But as I said, I gotta get some things set out the way first so that he can no, that's not hot yet. I'm warming up some cereal family. Also. Ooh, and then today I gotta drop some stuff off. I gotta send an email. Remember that email the thing I was supposed to fill out and I couldn't fill it out. So I got that to do today. Got that to do today. And just I have enough water in the fridge already. I freeze everything yesterday. I didn't even care. I throw everything in the freezer. I throw the water, I throw the juice in the fridge, everything. So you know, it's piping hot. So big thank you to everyone. Thank you guys so much. And I got up, I did my skincare routine this morning. You guys saw the products I've been using on my face. So well, I haven't been using them for a long time. You know, I just wash my face with soap, but I just put on the serum on there because the sun hot, the face I don't want my face dry out. So and then I give my face a little breeze the other day, but yeah, yeah. So thank you all so very much. And my family was supposed to have a meeting last night. They didn't have it, so I don't know. And then I need to get my hair out. I'm gonna attempt to see if I could get it out this week because is it I think next week. Is it next week or this week? Oh, wait. That they were supposed to have the meeting last night, so I don't know. I heard they said they make some changes, but I don't know. But let me check my calendar real quick. Today is the how much? Oh, today is the 23. Damn. Oh, well, I gotta try see if I could get my hair out the way this week. Not this weekend, but maybe one day, one of these quick day because my dad's favorite color is blue, and I need to put my hair in blue. Okay, that's his favorite color, and that's my favorite color. So at least that I can do. At least that I'm not gonna be there, but I mean I could do that for him. I could do that for him. Yeah, I could just do that for him. You know what I mean? I already tell him already. So yeah. So at least that I could do for him. So I gotta get my hair in blue. I was thinking to make a wig on the mannequin hair. Cause you know the lion game gonna come back around and I'm a blue girl, I'm the lion as well. So I have the mannequin head already, so I probably could just make me a wig on there real quick. A braided wig, real quick. You know. So that would be my first braided wig. So I'm gonna make it on there. Because I have the braid already and I got the stuff already, so it's not like I have to go get it. Already have it. So I probably could I use the braided cap that I already had the braid and just braid it. I make my first wig long time since very young. So but I'm talking like braided wig. Make me some braided wig. So I'm thinking from the other day that's what I should do. So that way I don't have to worry about Oh, okay, when I cut this off my hair, I could just braid my hair back. And I put the wig on for that day. For that day. So I don't know. Let me see. I'm going to talk to them and see. Because they say some changes made. They were supposed to have a meeting. But your girl was not around yesterday. Here. Batu. Holy Batu. Alright, let me get the big one food now. Let me get the big one food now. Yeah, that's the first heavy meal of the morning. Let's see here. That's the first heavy meal. Yeah. So I'm gonna put the cereal and make granola in there for the big one. Look up, because he won't eat the granola no other way. So I put it in his cereal. And then the granola act like sugar. I got up today and I don't want to do, and then I got to wash too, so I don't want to do no procrastination. I got to drop this paperwork downtown because I drop it there. I send it by, take a picture of it on my son's phone there, but they said they couldn't see it, so I tried my best and they want to go through, so I got to go down there and drop it off. So. And then I got to call Walmart because I ordered something and they haven't come for how long? You know, you have a come. And then the company in China telling me, but they sent it already. If I don't get my goods, but anyway, Lord have mercy. So I'm gonna use some milk now and make this. So I put some granola on there, and the granola help to sweeten it. Yeah. So we're gonna have me another backup of milk. And then I have this for the baby. So if in case he needs some more milk, cereal, then his cereal is ready. And sometimes he drink too, but sometimes. Yeah. Let me ask him. So that's the first meal of the day. Mine gonna be water. You want more? Yes? Okay. So, you see, I make sure I feed them the way they eat their cereal. I'm not a big fan of cereal either, because cereal mug, mushy, but try to feed them the best way possible. However they will eat, you know what I mean? And get a little protein in the morning. And these cereal don't have sugar, so if you have to blemish it with sugar, you can, or blemish it with granola, then it's easier. So let me get some milk, because the other milk just finished. Good thing I get this one yesterday. The other one just finished. And I got them some yogurt yesterday as well. So I got them some yogurt. So yeah. So thank you guys so much. Thank you all so very much. Thank you for your support. We're growing up there, so thank you. Alright, so let me go give him the other bottle. And you know what too? I found that the milk is the milk is the best one right now for the kids. Milk and water. Yeah. And today's supposed to be a muggy day. Today's supposed to be a muggy day. But I find the milk so cool. You'll be drinking in the summer, I'm telling you. Because I'm not a milk bud. And from the other day I find myself drinking up the milk. Drinking up the milk. We're gonna have food. Okay, so put that little bowl in the sink. Let's see if it's done. This is done. And then let me check for the big one. Okay. I make the big one on too hot. And that's how the big one don't like the granola like that. But if you put it in the cereal, he get it, but this too hot. This is very hot. Very hot. Oh, hold on. Yeah. Sorry about that, family. My auntie was calling me. Yeah. Oh, this is too hot. I'm gonna have to dilute this with some milk. I was planning to do that. I was not planning to do that, family, but I have to. So good morning from around the world, wherever you are. Good morning. And then I gotta go fill this application out. I gotta go fill this application out, and I gotta fill this application out. And once I fill the application out, um, then I have to go book the appointment, because I was doing some research online, and I got to understand that I have to fill the application out first. I gotta get it. I'd already downloaded it, so I think I sent it to my email. So download it, and I think I sent it to my email. But if not, I can just go to the place and get it print, and then send it to my email. Said that. Oh, I was wondering where's the baby. Where were you? You went to the bathroom? Huh. Good morning. It's okay. Right here. The time is hot, so our best spot is on the ground. Okay? Because the time is hot. So, ready for your food, baby? Ready for your cereal? So this is his bowl of cereal right there, family. Right there, bowl of cereal. This thing out there. So the time is so hot, but we get comfort right there in the ground. Here you go, boss. So I'm feeding the big one now his cereal. The little one have a bottle, so he eat out of it, but the big one now I feed him. Banana and banana peel for facial. What? So every morning, this is my routine for them. Every morning, cause some kids they will eat their food, but you have to give them their food and go around when they go around, and then go around when they go around. Oh, I don't know why they stick like this. Oh, I don't know why that sit like that just now. But he shifts, so I have to go around it. Mother's job is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Okay, you have to go with them the way they go, especially this one. And you feed them. Come on. Even if I'm sending them to somebody's house and I'm sending breakfast for them, I make sure this is their first meal for the day, so that at least I know they had. What? No, is this somebody next door? Yeah. So, and you wonder if they eat. They eat. They eat. Ooh, and then when I don't take a shower, get them a shower and everything. Yeah. This one, see, no, you're not eating. Yeah, but the granola, I add the granola in the regular cereal. You know the cereal in that you would say yaki. Add the granola in that. I'm telling you, these kids will eat that cereal. And if you want, you can just blemish it with a little bit of sugar, not much, because you know milk. When you put sugar in with milk, it bring the milk sweetness up, so you don't require a whole lot of sugar. You eat it. Somebody would say, "Why your kids are so big and chunky?" I said, "Well, they feed. I fed them cereal in the morning time. I know the way to get them to eat their cereal. I know that because when they up, you would never get them that cereal. They gotta be well hungry for them to eat that cereal. So whichever way work for your mothers, you gotta do it. You know? And that help you out in the morning time too. The first meal of the day, because they get some milk in it, especially if they don't like milk, and you can make them cereal with a bowl of glass of milk in the morning time. Whatever work, baby. Yep. He eat it. He gonna eat it if it don't taste good. So he eating it. Because if it don't taste good, he gonna take it. Don't want no more. Yeah, so it gotta taste good for him to be taking up all the spoons I give to him. Let me take this off your hand, Jim. You don't want it off? Here you go, baby. Open up his mouth like a bird and he eats. I love that. I love to feed them. This is my little routine every single morning. Every single morning. This is my routine for them. Because even though I can wait till they wake up and make breakfast, but you want that little, even when they're going to school, or in the morning time, my son going to school, the little one, going to regular school, every morning. Same thing with my son, he homeschool, but I make sure he gets his cereal every single morning. Maybe one morning out of a month, he might not get him cereal, and it's like if we all get up late. And if we get up at the same time, then I know they're not gonna eat it, so I don't even bother. But the little one now, if he asks me for the butter now throughout the day, I will say yes, I'll give it to him. But if we get up at the same time, they're not gonna eat it. So be it. I have to find something I have to make now. Make the regular breakfast now, like with the fruit bowl. The big one, he love his fruit bowl and everything. So make his fruit bowl and all of that with the mango and stuff like that. But like this that I want to put in their diet every day, I gotta make sure I know when to give it to them. And I've been doing this since they were when he was a baby. I was on YouTube then. I used to take the medicine pump when they used to pump the medicine so you can put it in their mouth. That's how I used to feed him because he wasn't the baby who eat. He was a breastfed baby, the big one. Yes, he was breastfed all the way till he was 2. He breastfed, you know, and he wouldn't drink the bottle. So what I had to come up with, I'm telling you, as mothers, knowledge will come to your head when they say, "Oh, I have a child, but he's not eating. He only depending on the bottle. You can't leave him with nobody." Yes, man. If you have somebody who's good enough and you get that syringe thing there, in one of the brand new one, and they sterilize it and everything, well, pump straight in their mouth. I did that for years, 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 years. Even when he was 2 year old, and I gotta leave him with somebody, and I'm making some breakfast for him. Like sometimes they have. What age did they stop getting baby food? Our baby food when he was getting baby food, he didn't even like an ounce of that baby food. I get that pump and I had because he gotta eat. He can't just depend upon breast alone because he was big enough now. You know, and I had to. figure out how to get him to eat all that he needs to eat. And I had to find a way to get it and pump it down his throat. And that's where he will eat. And then one day now, when he was much bigger, I used to have him at the table, and I talk to him about the importance of vegetables and stuff like that. Then you know what he start doing? Eat off the tomato, eat off the raw bell pepper. He tried the onion, but he never liked it. And he would eat. He loved broccoli, raw broccoli. He would eat the whole raw broccoli. So now he don't even like raw broccoli. Cook broccoli, give it to him. He don't like it. But when he was younger, he likes tomato up till now. He will eat the tomato, but not lovey like that. Cause when you put them down on the table, he used to bite them and eat them. And I never stop him from biting them and eat them. And then the little one now, I want my batu. I want my batu. The little one was the greedy one in the house when he was a baby. I get a C-section, but he didn't even care. Get up and get me my food. And he does we want. He don't play up till this blessed hour. He doesn't play. He does not play with his food. Jaden now is a little bit more humble with food. So if I don't make sure I feed him, he will sit there for the whole day. And I'm saying, boy, you don't know when you're hungry. Yeah. So he's the one I have to always make sure eats food. Or even when I used to leave them, like when I leave them at a babysitter, so I had to be worried because they will say, "Oh, he didn't eat nothing or whatever." No, it's for you to encourage the child to eat. You can imagine when you're hungry, how you feel. No, if somebody left their child with me and tell me, "Oh, my child is a picky eater," it's for me to find ways. And you can't force a child to eat, but I will never let that child be in my house and tell me, "Oh, he didn't eat this." And what did he eat? For the whole day. Let's say I'm out for 8 hours. He gonna be out for 8 hours and hungry? No, I don't play that game. I will find a way to tell the child about the importance of that food. All of the food was evil, have no importance. I will find a way to tell that child. And if I have to sit down there and eat with that child, pretend like I'm eating, I'm gonna do that. I don't play that game. If I have to dance around and tell that child, and because some children they will say, do it again if you're dancing or you're being silly or something, they want to see you do it. Oh, you can catch them you can catch them for eat the food, yes, man. Because they want to see you do it, and you can say, oh. You want to see Auntie dance again? Well, you somebody gotta eat so Auntie can dance, Auntie feel good when you eat. You know what I mean? I don't play that game. That's why when you have picky eaters, you want somebody who have that patience to make sure that food is essential to a child, not just their development but their brain, you know. So, you gonna eat nothing much and then bring back the whole food, guys. I used to cry. I used to hug my baby and I used to cry when I pick him up. And one thing with me, I'm telling you, if I left my kids with anybody and I go to work or anything, as soon as I get off work, first person I'm calling is that babysitter. I'm on my way. I'm not detouring. I'm not going here. I'm not going there. I pick my kids up, and then if I have to go here, they will all go. I don't play that game. Oh, they are the babysitter there. Nope. I'm rushing because you gotta remember if you have a picky eater, you gotta have a concern to say, oh my God. 'Cause everybody don't have that patience when they're taking care of your kids. You gotta remember that. And I love a child who eats something. I used to have a child in my classroom and he was a picky eater. And the poor little child, I said, no, you can't be in the class and don't eat it. You gotta eat something. I said, do you have anything that you like? Or so, and if we know anything that you like, I would tell the principal and say, he didn't eat the food that you guys give him. And I asked him, do you have anything you like? And if he suggests something and we can source it for him, we source it so he can get something to eat. And sometimes I always bring snacks or so. So if you need this or so we say, you want this drink or you want that? You know what I mean? Just to catch up. What? No, we don't play that game. Kids gotta eat. They gotta eat. Because when they don't eat or so too, They go to school, they get tired, they exhausted, they can't function, you know. So I used to make sure every day when I pick my son up. And I said, what did he eat? Oh, he didn't eat nothing, or he just, I had to do this. My son used to laugh after me. He said, Mommy, you're so silly. The big one, he used to laugh after me. So silly. So nowadays, I even tell him nowadays, I said, Jay, I used to struggle with you to leave you with anybody. Because the food coming back and I'm saying, what did you eat? You know? I used to have one babysitter. He would call me and he said, oh, he didn't eat this, but I made him some fries or something and he eat that. I said, that's not healthy for him, but thank you. You know what I mean? At least he stop a gap, you know? So, very important. When you have picky eaters, you have to be finding other ways. Don't just say your child is picky eater. You still have to find other ways to encourage them to eat, you know? You have to tell them stories about how banana jumping up and down and how the apples start rolling down the street and how the grapes start bouncing up and down. If you have to tell stories, make like they can vision these things. And if you have to tell them some stories to them eat their food, do what they gotta do, you know. Because some children, especially if they want to see you do it again, can you do it again? Especially if you're silly, can you do it again? Like one night we were reading the astronaut book, and when we done read the book, I heard my big son, my little son saying, "Mommy, meteoroids, meteoroids." I'm like, he outside one day and he was looking up in the sky, "Mommy, meteorite." This boy can barely pronounce the word, but he said, "Mommy, meteorite." One family podcast. Good morning. How you doing? Bless up yourself, my brother. How you doing? Your mom there, I feed up your boy. I feed up your boy. Well, one eat already, so there I feed the other one. Yeah, feed them in a 5-star hotel. Yeah. So yes, man, anything to make your child eat, you know. And he hear and say, Mommy, me to write, do it again. And he telling me to read the book again. Mommy, read the book again, read the book again. And I read it again for him. Both of them were there reading the book. But I mean, he said, Mommy, me to write. And I'm like, every day he outside, now he talk about, he said, that is it. Yes, man. Yes, my brother, that is it. So every day he outside now and he look up in the sky, Mommy, me to rise, me to rise. It just goes. So when you hear the kids they say do it again. So even if you have to build a tune, sometimes the tune not gonna sound good to you, but just because you're laughing and you make it pretending to what's in their plate, just so you know now. If you can build a tune, if let's say you have a child that you whether you're taking care of the child or you are the mother of the child or the father of the child and the mother will say, but this child don't eat nothing or blah blah blah. And then but it's the way sometimes you give them food. You know what I mean? Certain time when you give the child food, it's like give them food and walk away. They okay. You give them food and walk away. Then let just leave you right there too and looking at you. Okay, yeah, come sit with me and eat. Okay, you're not doing that. Well, I won't eat your food. Just give me the food and walk away. That's all right. I won't eat the food. You could stay right there because I'm not eating the food. So even the kids are small. I'm not eating your food because you just give me the food and walk away. You know, so sometimes you have to sit with them. Yes, man, you have to sit with them and eat with them. Sometimes you're at the table and they sit down there looking at you like, what you not eating? Sometimes you say, gotta eat the food, boy. If you don't eat, well, we're gonna get ice cream. Sometimes, you know, it's not really good to bribe them with anything, but at the same time, sometimes you have to encourage them, especially the picky eaters. The ones that you know will eat their food, you don't have to bribe them with nothing. Nothing with your words, nothing will shake them. You sing with them and they're looking at you like, can you stop? You're embarrassing me. But the picky eater now, sometimes you have to do what you gotta do, but use the plate, the food that you're giving to them that is in their plate to make music with that or be silly around that. Or you could play race with them. These one they love when I play race with them. They never in the big one never like drinking milk. And I buy all those fancy glasses from Dollar Tree. And I say, you know what? We about to play race and I want to see who's gonna drink that milk off. Me will put the cup, you know, you put the cup at your head, but you're not drinking it, but you turn it like you're drinking it, and you're eyeballing him, and he think you're drinking, but you have to pretend like you're swallowing too. and he don't know you're not drinking yet because you want them to drink, and then after that when they win the game then you drink, and you say, oh, you'll make me lose the game. But guess what, the aim of it was to let them drink the milk off, not for you to win the game. So the more they see they wins the game, the more they will say, I want more. Not that day, you just give them the right amount for that day. And then every time now you say milk time, let's see who gonna win the race. They're ready to win you. They're ready to take you to that finish line. Yes, man. So sometimes you have to just play with them, pep up the game with them and let them eat. And another thing, when they do buffet style too, buffet style is a great one for them. When you cook the food, like the other day when I did the beans and I put it down there, and they make their own burrito, they eat it. You know, they say, Mommy, this is burrito. They eat their own bean burrito. You know, they put their own cheese on there and then take this fork and put what they want on there. And they say, Mommy, can you wrap this for me? And I wrap it up for them. And they eat it that way. Me give it to them, they just look at me like, it's spicy. Anything they can use to tell you about the food. It's spicy. Or I don't like it. It's salty. They tell the stories, you know. Some of the stories they're gonna tell you is true. You know what I mean? Like if it's salty, because remember now, you might food might not be salty to you, but it could be salty to somebody else. And my son, he likes to tell me, Mama, remember what you said? Everybody taste bud ain't the same. Guys, when you can't imagine your child slap back something you said in your face, it's like, whoa, you know, you feel good at the same time, but you feel a little bit embarrassing because you didn't expect them to repeat what you had said to them. So yes, yes, man. But I'm the miserable mama. I'm the grumpy mama. I'm an every loving mama and everything. So I want them to know that, you know. I don't just want them to see me in my good element. I want them to see me even when they can't stand me, so they understand. Yeah, you go. If you don't want no more, let me know, okay? You see, if I'm feeding him and he eat open his mouth, that means he want the food. If he don't want it, he will seal his mouth or he shake his head. So for him to eat it, he tell me. See, he eating it. So he probably was hungry, you know. Even though he eat a nice food yesterday, he was hungry. And that chicken was so good yesterday. So good. That molasses and everything, man, you spill this over, baby. Now he taking food put by my. Yeah, so this is my little joy. I remember I remember when my sister came over here to help me out when I had that little one. And he said, that's how you feed them? I said, yeah. And when I used to be at the other house and I used to boil cornmeal porridge, oatmeal porridge, and everything because baby cereal was getting too expensive now. So I would boil the oatmeal porridge for like this week, and then boil the cornmeal porridge also, and then I will put it in the fridge, and then I will take half out every day, add some milk, warm it up, put it in the baby bottle, and that's his breakfast. Then for the big one now, I will take some of the porridge out and warm it up, add some milk, warm it up, and I feed them just like this, you know. Because one day, I don't know how this idea, I think one day I was at the house, and at this time I wasn't driving yet. I didn't have a car yet. And I used to pay people to carry me somewhere. I asked my church brother them to carry me to this grocery store or so. Or if anybody come and visit, or my son Godfather, if he come and visit, you know. Somebody say hello. Alpha Camara, good morning, how are you? Camara, good morning, how are you? How you doing? Greetings, greetings, greetings. And I would ask people to carry me around. At this time, I was a driving family. I didn't even know how to start a car wheel. I didn't even know how to turn the wheel, you know. And I woke up and I didn't have no baby cereal in the house to feed the baby. Okay, baby was young and none. I got up, I thought I had some, but this boy was greedy, man. When I say greedy, he was drinking off all the feed. He like he know. He said, hey, mommy got all the cereal up in here. Let's squeal for more feed. And he was one of those baby. And I had some regular cereal that I get for the big one here and stuff like the rice cereal and normally pick it up, or the almond granola cereal, those kind of cereal. I picked up and have it to feed this one. And one morning I heard a voice said, you know what? Because now the baby eating solid food. The baby was eating solid food now. So that's when it came about and he said, you know what? I'm not going to even bother. So I make sure I get the rice cereal to imitate the regular rice cereal that I get in the regular bottle. And get the same percentage of milk that they told me to use for him. Get his percentage of milk. And this one was drinking whole milk at the time. And that one was drinking, no, the baby was drinking whole milk. I think he started drinking 1% or 2% milk, yes. And can you follow the nutrition advice? And that's what I did. So when he go look older now, he switched to 1% and the baby was drinking whole milk. So I had to have two different milk in the fridge. But if I don't have one and one run out, I just use the other one. Easy as that. And sometimes I used to use the baby's milk to make it, but they won't drink it. They don't like that. They don't like that milk. So I waste a lot of that milk. They don't like that milk. I remember I saved so many cans and then go give them away. Yes, I give them to somebody else. And I had so many cans. I remember I had to take some to a donation center. So many cans. I had about 20 cans. I said I have to take it to a donation center and donate it. Because they want to drink it. They want to drink it. And it came to my mind one day to soak the milk, soak the cereal into some milk, the rice cereal I start off with. Because when I used to buy the baby cereal, I used to buy the rice cereal. He didn't like the oat cereal that much. So I used to buy the. You want more? You want more? You want more? Oh, you say you don't want no more? Okay, okay. So he drink half of it, family. Yeah. And I heard a voice said, just soak the milk, soak the cereal in some milk, and give it to them. So that's what I did. Soak the cereal into some milk and something, and then in the morning I get up, I warm it up, and so forth. You know, and that made my when I tell you guys I did not have to worry no more. That made me less stress. And then when my sister come and help me now, she said, "Wow, you did all of this?" I said, "Yeah, yeah." As you said, for somebody who get a cut, you really active. I said, when I say you're gonna move about, plus after I get a C-section, guys, I'm in Sam's Club that day because I was driving the same way. I get a ride, come from to pick me up from the hospital and everything. And I said, take me to Sam's Club because at this time now, I had to be living on caffeine because the epidermal didn't work. So they do a reverse blood patch. You draw the blood from me, from my hand, and then insert it back in my back. Yes, man. I've been through all of that long, old, irritated, ugly needle. I've been through it. So they um they do the reverse blood patch by drawing my own blood and insert it into my back, in my spine, all the way down to the sensitive part. You know, the part that if somebody touch you, yeah. So and that didn't work or so, and then the doctor told me, well, you're gonna have to live on caffeine for a while. I know caffeine is not good, but in this arena, caffeine is good for you. I went to Sam's Club, guys. I came out of the hospital. Remember, I told you I get a C-section, right? And I came out of the hospital a week later because I couldn't come out of the hospital when I was supposed to be discharged on the third day. I get up and my head felt like it was just bubbling like this. I couldn't hold my head up. I said, my head, my head, my head. I couldn't hold my head up. So they said, no, 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 you can't go home. We have to monitor you as something. And then they put me now on something like a casket and check me out and everything. Run some scan because I did a major surgery and everything. And they check to make sure, no, nothing inside or why causing anything. And then I was having nausea. I was just not having it. Baby was fine, man. I was having nausea and I was so drunk up in that place. After having baby, I was so drunk. I was so drunk from all that medication and everything. Because they did a merger surgery. Because as I told you guys before, that when they were cutting me, I was feeling the cut twice. Twice I was feeling it, and then they put me to sleep. So that's all I remember. When I went into the surgery room, and the lady began to cut me. There was a lady, and she began to cut me, and I said, "Oh!" But this time I was so drunk, but I know you cutting me. And I said, "Oh!" They said, "No, no, you can't shift." And at this time, it come like I couldn't even. I don't even know if I could talk much. And then I was pointing, and then after that, she tried again. I said, "Oh!" That woman was cutting me, so that's the taste I have left in my mouth about me getting a cut and feeling it, feeling me getting the cut. Yeah. And then after that, I don't know what else happened. I don't know. I just know when I woke up and first person I called was Jaden. Jaden, Jaden. That's how I call it literally. Jaden. Poor Jaden wasn't there. Jaden was at the babysitter. Jaden wasn't there. So, but that's the taste that left in my head. Feeling yourself getting cut. Can you imagine? That's a horrible feeling. You're feeling yourself getting cut twice. And it was a lady cutting me too. And I said, "Oh." And then there was a doctor over my head because the original thing was then down there. And then I would be able to still watch what's going on. I could see because my eye was open and everything. Oh, that didn't work for me. And then the doctor that was over my head monitoring and making sure everything was good. So he said, "No, no, 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 no. Hold on. We have to put her to sleep." Because that lady was cutting me the second time. And he said, "No, no, 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 no. We have to put her to sleep." And that was it. So that's the only thing I remember from C-section. Getting a cut twice. Literally feel a knife running across my stomach twice. So yeah. So and as the male doctor had to say nope, nope, nope. Because he was standing over my head. And I was pointing because they don't want you to move. You know, you have to follow the surgery rule or something. They don't want you to move or something. When they begin cutting, you can't shift. So because the epidermal was wearing out because I made my own decision to try naturally first, and then if I can't have it naturally, then they come back and they said we're going to give you until so and so because this is a life and death situation now. Because I go in from the day before and it's the following day, 5:30. They say I think the boy born 5:30 by C-section. So it was a major C-section. Yeah, major one. So I know how it felt when somebody cut in your stomach. Definitely have that taste. So that's one of the biggest stuff I got. Yes, that was that though. But they're here and I'm here. And then after I had baby, and they put me into the room, the recovery room. The same evening, the people then come, the nurses come. "Oh, mom, you have to get up." I said, "What?" "Yes, you have to get up. You gotta walk. If you lay down like that, you will heal a certain way until you cut out or anything." I'm like, "Okay." Yes, you have to learn to walk again right there and then, quick and fast. But I saw the benefit of it though. And then that help and they walk with you and to make sure you're not having no fainting or anything. So they give you one little stick, like you're walking with the stick and you have to push it while they're holding you up and you have to walk. The hardest part for me when I get a C-section was to come off the bed, and every time you're trying to come off the bed, you're feeling the cut. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah. And then that taste of feeling you getting cut. So, but God got me. God got me. God got me. He got me then and he got me now. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. But mind you, everybody that's out there, and if you're a mother, and even if you're pregnant and you're out there, you're listening to me, or you know somebody that's pregnant and you're listening to me, one size does not fit all, okay? So you don't have to worry about. That's just my story. You know what I mean? Got plenty people get C-section at the every day. Every day somebody gets C-section if they having a kid. Doesn't mean they go through the same thing I go through because they didn't take long to make their mind up on this. Some of them, if they know what complication they already have, or can possibly develop, they might just say, just a straight C-section, no worries. you know. I didn't have those, so I had to make my decision. I want to try naturally first, and if that don't work, then that's the other option. So I don't want no mothers out there to feel scary or anything. You just have to keep praying to your father and asking for guidance and direction, and to guide that hand. That's if you're gonna go on a C-section, guide that hand that's gonna be on you, okay? And they will take heed when you say, "Ooh, ooh, ooh." They understand what they. Because at this point, I was so drugs out. I was high, 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 high. Man, it's like you want to talk and you can barely talk. Oh, do drugs out. Yeah. So thank God for that doctor that was over my head, and he stepped into action. Cause who know, maybe that lady think I was having a fit or something. I probably would still be cutting me naturally. Oh Lord, I don't know if I would be here. Oh Lord, I don't know about that. But can you imagine? You know, somebody got in your stomach out. I'm telling you, twice, not once, but twice. So thank God for that doctor that was over my head saying, nope, we got to put her to sleep. So thank God for him. Because maybe if it wasn't for him, I don't know. Maybe she would just think that I'm just having another contraction or something, you know. You never know. Maybe that's what she probably was thinking. You never know. So for somebody to step up and say, nope, we got to put her to sleep. Thank God. They put me to sleep, and that was it. After that, that was it, guys. I don't know when I was out. After all, I remember he said, we got to put her to sleep because there was so many people around you when that surgery was doing on that tiny little um, rectangular table. It was a tiny table, no big, not even like, it's not a big table. Tiny little table. It's just a long table, but it's tiny little one. Because, doctors over here and the assistants, practitioners, everybody in there with you. Guys, everybody learning as well. Some of them are learning and the head ones are there. Are so. But that female got to put her to sleep. So I'm telling you, thank God for Jesus. Thank God. And then after when I woke up in the morning, it was almost close to 9 o'clock when I woke up. And the first person I called was Jaden. Because when I was going in the surgery, I said, God, give me another chance to come and see my son, Jaden. Yes, when I go in the surgery, I was praying and everything. And I say, I want to come and see my son, Jaden, you know? And I say, and when I got out of surgery, the first person name I call, I go in there with him last on my mind, and I come out with him last on my mind, Jaden. And when I get up, I call. I didn't even know nobody was in the room with me because when I got up, I was looking around like, and then I said, Jaden, Jaden. And then when I looked over to my right, I saw a little thing there with a baby in there, and said, Jaden, Jaden. Then I'm trying to get up. All of a sudden, guys, I don't know where this lady came from. No, 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 no. You can't get up. You had a major surgery. I said, oh wow. She said you lost 3 points of blood and you were doing the major surgery, you know, and everything. And then she asked me, do you need ice water or water? And I told her I need ice. She said, well, after surgery, they have to give you the ice water or your ice. And they monitor you while you're eating it also to see if you're having any reaction or complication. Because I guess you can develop some complication or so. So she monitor me and everything. When I got up, guys, she said, yeah, and you've been sleeping for a while. She told me you've been sleeping for a while. Yeah, because I went into surgery around 4:30 in the morning, and they said by 5:30 that baby was taken from me, and I didn't wake up back till almost 9 o'clock, almost 9 o'clock. I woke up. They said, "You've been sleeping for a while." Sleeping with my head up like this. I remember when I got up, I was straight out on the bed. I don't even know how I got in that room. I had no clue. And then when I got up, I had on jewelry and something, but they had to take it off going under surgery. So when I got up, they bring me all my jewelry. They bring me all my. I had on another ring too, but that one broken. And they give me all my jewelry, all my clothes, because I had to put them in a bag before and stuff. So yes, man. So, but I don't want any mother out there if you're pregnant and or you know somebody that's pregnant. I don't want you guys to feel like C-section, like my story, occur to everybody. One size does not fit all, you know. But I just want to know if you feel something, if you're going in surgery and you're feeling something that you know you're not supposed to be feeling or so, don't just sit there and accept it because you know your part of you supposed to be numb when you're doing a surgery or so. So be an advocate for yourself, even if you have to be on your deathbed, be an advocate for yourself, you know what I mean? Very important. Because if you don't say nothing, how they go know? You know, don't just assume it's probably somebody knocking you somewhere. Nope. If you're getting a cut, nope. So, but look at me now. Even though I've been through a whole lot, you know, my head. When I tried to get up, my head wasn't moving the way it was. My head was down, and I could. Oh, my head was like somebody was beating me in my head. Yes, man. And you know what they said? If your head fail you, everything fail you. That's true. That's true. When somebody tell you say, cause you know that's where your brain is, the main function is like a car. If somebody tell you say when your head fail you, everything that's true. That's true. Everything else off. Everything else off. I'm telling you. Oh Lord, I'm telling you. They tell you your head failure for real. Mine was just blapping out, blapping. Like I can't keep it on my body. I can't function, you know. And the headache was at the front, like somebody just keep beating me, and won't stop. Just constantly whooping me. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you, not a nice feeling. And then they had to juke this hand, they couldn't find the blood vein or whatever, and they had to poke me again and then draw the blood out and push it up in my back. I think I did 2 blood patch, yes. I did one while I was in the hospital, and then after they patched me up with the blood patch, they call it reverse blood patch. Then I finally and finally they say, "You think you feel better now to go home?" I say, "Yeah, I'm not feeling the headache no more." Or so, shoot. I get home this Sunday night with a piece of blessing. Rain was falling. GDO G313 say I'm back. Greetings, how you doing? All right, all right. Yeah, I go in a minute. I'll be all right though. Yeah, man. And they released me from the hospital, and when I got home, it was pure rain that day. That was pure blessing. Woo. The next day, I had to rush back down to the hospital. I couldn't attend to my kids. Poor little kids that was there with me, and I had to tell Jaden, get yourself ready, baby. Your clothes is right here, so and so. And I have to get him and the baby ready. And did I call a ride to go to the hospital? Yeah, I think I called a ride. I said, my head is under fire. My head is under fire. He said, good, good. My head is under fire. Listen to me. When somebody said their head is off, you better believe them. You can't function any at all. You cannot function. You cannot. There's no way you function. That poor head off. Eh? It's like a baby that they say y'all gotta support their head when they're young. You know. He said, "What is your favorite song?" God is not done with me. I'm telling you, that's a song, okay? Song title. God is not done with me. And my head felt like, you know, it's on your body, but you know they tell you gotta support a baby head when they're little. That's how my head needs support. I was baby again. My head needed support. You hear me? I'm telling you. So, but one size does not fit all, family. One size don't fit all. And that's why me, nobody will ever get my kids from me. None. I go through so much with them by myself. Nobody will ever get my children. Ever. No. Nope. I've been through so much. Mm-mm. Just me and them. Nope, 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 nope. Nobody can come hold us, my this, that. No, where were you, baby? Nope. Never. You never get a chance to say you getting them. Nope. But thank God for them. You know. They get on my nerves and everything, but thank God for them. I remember when I pregnant with the little one and I said, boy, look how I beg you to come naturally. So I could just go back home to my other son. And you just wanted to come by a C-section. I'm in the hospital cussing the baby out, you know. I said, boy, I begged you to come naturally. Why you have to go by a C-section? I was not really happy with that. But, and then 6 week checkup. Go for my 6 week checkup. They say, are you excited? How are you doing? I said, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Okay. Okay, I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm doing good for real. Me think I'm doing good. Huh? Go to the doctor, see they call another doctor and they come in the room and they say, are you okay, ma'am? I say, yeah, I'm fine. I'm doing good. This for real, and I'm telling the people, I'm fine, I'm doing good, so confident. I said, no. Your blood pressure is 190 something over, I forgot over how much. I said, no, that's not good. They say, you sure you're doing fine? I said, man, we're going to need you to go check yourself into the hospital. Uh, uh, you can't go home, ma'am. Your blood pressure is too high. Okay. So I had to call back my right to come for that poor little newborn baby. That little one over there. They're telling me I'm ugly. The one that tell me I'm ugly. I had to call so they come get the baby. Oh my God. And then I had to check into the hospital. They check me in. They monitor my heart for 24 hours. String me up on a machine. They give me something. They say, you're going to feel it down inside of your vagina there. A piece of heat down there. I said, what is this down in my vagina? Bare heat. Pure heat. I mean, it's so hot down there like I was cooking something down there. Doctor's not laughing because that was so silly. I said, what is going on down there? What kind of heat is this? They give me something to reduce the blood pressure. Eh, the thing went straight. They tell me say it was gonna go somewhere down there, but they didn't want. I said, what? What happened? Oh man, I bust out laughing. I bust out laughing. And then while I'm in the hospital now, it's going on. I spent 2 nights, basically 3 days down there. And they say, oh man, but we can't let you out. I say, I need to go home. I put my trust in God. I don't put my trust in man. I need to go home. I got my kids to take care of, and plus I have a newborn. Hey Layla, how you doing? Greetings. So I said, I need to go home. They said, you sure? I said, yes. I need to go home to take care of my kids. And I went home. And I said, all I'm going to do is do what you guys tell me to do. They said, I can eat a little piece of red meat, like piece of steak or so. So I will eat a piece of steak every now and then. And the caffeine, I had to still drink the caffeine medication. The caffeine, I had to drink a lot of Pepsi. Yes. So I bought the little cans of Pepsi. And I was still, you say you're doing okay. I'm okay. Okay. I'm doing good as well, my dear. So I had to drink a lot of caffeine. A lot of caffeine. They said caffeine may not good otherwise, but it's good in this case. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. And when I came back out, I had to get a blood patch done too. I had to go back to get me a blood patch done. Did I get it done? Yes. I think I get it done. I don't remember. Did I get it done? Yes, I think I did. They want to make me get it with the baby. But then I had to leave the baby and I think I get it done. I think I get it done. This one is confusing now. You see, you got told by someone this morning. Oh, that's nice. I hope it's something good. You know what I mean? So, guys, I know where this girl is coming from, you know? Life and death situation. And I'm here today, so. I am here today. You know that songwriter say, I'm here today only because of his grace. He kept me. Oh, he kept me. Yes, man. His mercy kept me. And I want everybody out there, you're going through stuff, you're about to do surgery or anything out there you gotta do, you just put everything into the hands of God, not the hands of man, the hands of God. And he will take care of you. You know? Just be prepared, that's all. He kept me, oh, he kept me. So I wouldn't let go. Oh wow, that's unkind. But just ignore those. Just ignore those people if you can't deal with them. Because remember, you say you struggle with certain things, so you just have to just ignore them. You know, ignore them. Because this world is meant that only the toughest of the toughest will survive. If you're not tough or have no tough skin, you can't survive. So you have to build some up. You know what I mean? You have to find that tough skin. You know. Sue two cats. Greetings. How are you? Greetings. I'm here a little bit. I don't know why this story come to my mind to share it, but I say go, you know. So God kept this girl. He kept this girl, and here we are today. Here we are today. Two big old boy. In a few more weeks, one about to be 7, and in another 2 months, one about to be 4. So I'm telling you, So wherever you are in your journey, you know, But don't feel discouraged if you're a mom about anything. You know, people only can share their story, and you can take precaution to help yourself and be an advocate for yourself in a lot of stuff. Because I had my sister friends with me, also, so they call, they check on me, make sure everything was good, and all of that. You know what I mean? So it's not like I was alone, or so. You know, and then I had people who want to come to the hospital, and I told them no, that's fine, that's fine. You know, after the baby is born, you know what I mean? And then when the baby is born, you know, yeah. But that was good, you know what I mean? And that's why you have to thank God for every person that send their love, showed up, and everything, because life is short, and in a just blink of an eye, you could be off this planet. Because when I think back at the C-section and have that taste of a cut in my mouth up till this blessed day, and remember the guy, the doctor, the man that was standing over my head, which was one of the surgeons, he said, nope, we have to put her to sleep. So from feeling myself getting cut twice to hearing that man said, nope, we have to put her to sleep. And that's all I remember from that surgery. Can you imagine? But thank God I'm still here, because they could still put you to sleep and I don't make it out of surgery. You know what I mean? So when you're favored, you have to be thankful for it. Because, there was another young lady that was there giving birth. She never make it. you know she never make it. So she had her baby, but she never make it. So it just goes to show that God is good. And plus it was COVID. Oh yeah. But it's a good thing I heard a voice say, go take your COVID shot. And I take them before I go into the hospital. I did. Because look, under that major surgery, and the hospital was full of COVID at the time. Can you imagine if I didn't take my COVID vaccine? Oh Lord, doing a major surgery, then your body is prone to complication or whatever virus is out there. Oh Lord, thank you Lord, thank you Lord. I said to myself, that gotta be some savior right there. I don't know, gotta be, because I heard a voice say take it. I used to have a neighbor too before I go in the hospital, and he had underlying issues. It's a resilient queen. I just got jealous when some other artistic people online get called sweetheart and sweetie online. I was defending myself. Oh, Well, not you don't have to defend yourself in that area. You know what I mean? If they want to choose to call you, if they don't want to call acknowledge yours, remember God favor you, my dear. So you don't have to worry about what people call people online. You know, as long as you know that, you know, you're loved, your family love you, your friends love you, your real friends love you, your real family them love you and support you. You don't have to worry about online love. You know what I mean? Because sometimes online love is not real. So it's just like fluctuation, you know what I mean? So you have to, as long as your family love you, you love yourself. Greatest part of life is when we love ourselves. When we love ourselves, it's so easy. It comes natural, you know what I mean? You don't have to worry about other things around you. And it's not just because you're artistic too. Because even sometimes if I say something to my other son, one of them face look away. And I had to say, no, he did something and I'm rewarding him for it or so forth. So there's no need for you to feel that way. You know what I mean? But I like to pay attention to see what's going on, you know? Yes, man, as long as you have good friends and family that support you and you know you love your love, that's all that matters. Because sometimes we're looking for love in the wrong place, and because we hear other people say, oh, I love that one, I don't like this one because this one is antagonistic, or so everybody ain't gonna be antagonistic. Some gonna go be antagonistic, you know. But remember there was word where they used to be antagonistic and what the next one where one was terrible and the other one was just nice. So everybody ain't gonna be the same way. So that's how life is, you know. It's like I told this story before when I was growing up. Trey, you walking in a group and a guy may call to you and say, Psst. He not referring to you, but you look and he say, oh, not you. And he might refer to you as ugly. Oh, not you, not the ugly one. I mean the pretty one. You know what I mean? But once you know who you are, you're confident in yourself, it is easier for you to navigate your way through and don't worry about nothing. You know, you might feel some way, don't get me wrong, because we're human being, it's natural, but you can still pull through the day. You know what I mean? You just look at yourself and say, listen, my family love me, my real friends love me. Why do I need to worry so much about the world at large loving me? Eh, what if that's not love? You know? It's like anybody can come now and say, oh, I'm not like I'm not like your oh, the last person you talk to. Oh, I'm not like that man you marry. Oh, I'm not like that woman you marry or something. But then in the long run, they're just like them. You know what I mean? So you, you just have to just tell yourself that you know what I love myself enough to not worry about if somebody wanna love me or somebody wanna hate me or something. You know, and confident wins all the time. You know, love yourself and we're love. You know. But it's natural to feel some kind of way, you know. Not really. Not really. Depends on the context in which it is being used. You know, everything is based on context. Cause nothing wrong if somebody say, I just love to visit this person and but I don't really like to go over this one because this one is controversial. You know, not everybody want to be in a controversial environment. Not everybody want to be in the chaotic environment. Not everybody want to be in, you know, so everything works different and it depends on the context, you know. And then some people we just out of context sometimes, just totally out of context, you know. It's like just saying anything come to our mouth, you know. So it's natural. It's natural. But once you know who you are, it's easier. And sometimes they don't mean nothing. Sometimes it don't mean nothing. Because even here, how many people go out with their husband or their girlfriend or their boyfriend and a waitress walk up to you and say, hey baby, what can I get for you? That don't mean nothing. Not a God thing. Hey baby, what can I get for you? You know, because that's how they make their little tips. Sweet talk the people and so forth, you know. And say, hey babe, how you doing today? You know, oh, good. And a wife and husband come in and he say, hey, babe, what can I get for you today? You know what I mean? So it just depends on the context in which people use certain words or so, but it shouldn't be a bother to you. You know what I mean? You just learn from these things. And if you make you uncomfortable, then you just take for yourself for the day. You know what I mean? Just say, all right, then I need my comfort. I don't need to be feeling like I'm not welcome. Then you just when it's just like a CD player, you just eject, you know, a CD not playing the music you want, you just eject, you know what I mean? And you peacefully put in the next one or go somewhere else, you know? You say men are grumpy when they get 50. Everybody grumpy. You talk about Leila. You say, oh, I'm staying single. Yeah, you stay single, okay? Stay single, don't get no shingle. For real, because I don't need a husband or boyfriend. Men are grumpy when they get 50s. Well, we are everybody, as I said, one size don't fit all. Not everybody. Some people, when they were younger, they were in Jamaica, would have said they were integrate, but when they get older, they're peaceful, they're happy, they're loyal, they're down to earth. You know what I mean? So you can't worry about that. You just gotta know what you're looking for in life. Once you know what you're looking for in life, then you stay single until you can mingle. You know what I mean? So nobody have to force you or anything to do what you don't want to do, because you already have your fair share of life, ups and down, and all the ships you sail on already. You know what I mean? Like Christopher Columbus be discovering the all the places that he traveled or with the voyage. We would have our fair share of traveling. You know what I mean? So when you reach a certain point in life now, you just tell yourself, okay, I will stay single until I'm ready to mingle. That means because you travel so many places, whether it's relationship, friendship, life ship on a whole, and you realize that I was still using the same approach, so I'm not using that again. So sometimes people become grumpy like that because no, they have to protect their peace of mind, they have to protect their territory, they have to protect so much, and I believe that if you've been through so much in life, you have to protect the little piece of you that is left, you know? Because who want to get old and have people that playing them like a game button, still playing game? No. So if somebody said they want to just do what's best for you, but everybody ain't the same. Everybody not grumpy though. Some people peaceful. You just gotta find them and work on ourselves too. Because if we saying, oh, we single and we tired of these mans or we tired of these women, or so, have we changed anything about ourselves? We have to ask ourselves question, have we changed anything about ourselves? You know. So we have to think about that too. You know. Because anything you're gonna go into is a two-way street, especially when you come onto relationship. If you're gonna go into relationship, you know what make know you very good to know who you are, what make you triggered, what you can tolerate, what you can't accept, what you won't accept, what you won't settle for. You put up your boundaries. If you didn't have none growing up, now is the time to say, okay, I'm up in my 30s, I'm up in my 40s, I'm up in my 50s. Everybody gonna have their boundaries up right now, you know so, and nothing wrong with that. Some boundaries are gonna be harsh. Hey, if you don't come in, I have no true intention for me. Don't even look at me, because I don't want nobody to waste my time. It come off sounding a little harsh, but it's reality. That person been through the roller coaster, so they have their time now. Hey, I'm setting my boundaries and I'm this way. I'm stuck in this way. If you want to drive with me, then we could drive together and we will get over those hurdles. But if you're not willing and your mind is not where that person is, then don't waste that person's time. You say, I am still not all right in my head, so I am mad because every day Christine comments on my community page, even though I didn't tag her on the post. She artistic. Well, if she artistic, you have to understand, you know what I mean? If she's artistic, you have to understand, because they say take one to know the other. So if you're in that same arena or so, you have to find ways to learn. Because even I could be artistic, you're artistic, but we all don't have the same way of dealing with things. We have different ways of dealing with things. So you have to bear that in mind. She spam every day. Well, it's life, baby love. As long as you're on this world, we gonna spam, we gonna scam, we scan. They have scheme, scan. Like when you're reading something and you don't read everything full on out, you just scan through it or skim through it. So everybody do that every now and then. Even like somebody watching my video, and they might not watch your whole entire video. They skim through and see what they want, and they stop what they want. Then they go again. You know what I mean? So life is not gonna be life when you're unbalanced. So you have to bear that in mind. When you're unbalanced, that's not life. It's like I talk much long about my head. It felt like my head wasn't on my body. It's like a baby, and they need support with their head. So if you're unbalanced, you can't strike no balance if you're unbalanced. They say everyone is artistic a bit like us. You're so like my man, they're not like us. You have me singing this song, they're not like us. Well, we are, and being artistic doesn't mean that you're not gifted, you're not talented, you're not smart, you're not brilliant. So, you know, but you just have to find what's work for you, my dear. Anything that work for you, you know what you can accept and what is comfortable to you, and then set boundaries. If you go on somebody page and you see they talking about something, or you feel uncomfortable, then you have to eject, back in the olden days, you have CDs and you hear a music, and when you put the CD in, they say you need to listen to this CD, it's a good one. But then when they burn the CD, how many people have people burn CD for them and give it to them? And when the music you were listening for is not that the music they give to you. So you put it in, ready to jam, and all you hear coming out is pure profanity. Eject, quick and fast, you're ejecting that CD. You know what I mean? So in life, you just have to know how to set your boundaries. After years of roller coaster, you trust me, you're gonna develop boundary real quick. If you didn't have boundary then, it's like people who said they married before and they sorry what they know now they didn't know then, and they go in our next marriage and they take out a prenup to protect themselves. That's their boundary, baby. It's their boundary. You know. You say I set boundaries, but I don't feel confident enough. Well, continue work on your confidence. Continue work on your confidence. You can have a journaling and see, find out the things that you were strong with, what was your strongest suit and how you stood with those things, and how if they still work, then you continue to use them. If they don't work, then you have to eject them. Eject them and find different approach, change your method. Sometimes it's just changing up some things to make us different. I know that lady family. The lady that is on Tamron Hall. I know her cousin. Actually, one of her cousins star in a Tyler Perry movie too. I know one of her cousins. Real true true cousin. Here, because she's from Michigan. Mm. But yes, man, you know. All right, Layla, you take care and enjoy your day. Enjoy your day, all right? And as you say, I'm gonna stay single, but stay single till you're ready to mingle. All right, Layla. So don't worry yourself. Just pray about what you want, and remember, God love you. Your family love you. Your friends, your real friends love you. And you have people that love you and care for you. So you just have to keep doing. And more importantly, you love yourself. More important, because many of us don't love ourselves, so we seek validation from others. Very important to love yourself, because when you love yourself, it's easier for you to navigate your way easy. Because even with me, if I didn't love myself, if I was to let people love me, then the insult and the embarrassment, oh baby, I would have a lot of insult to tell you. But I let their insult have no implication on me. And if something have implication on me, you gonna hear it for sure, sure, sure. You gonna hear the rant of resilient queen. You know what I mean? But then by the end of the day, I have to stand up for me, and setting boundaries is nothing wrong with setting boundaries. It's how you set your boundaries. Set them and stick to them. It's like a plan. They say set your plan and stick to them. But just remember, sometimes we have plans and they don't go accordingly. So expect the unexpected while you're having your plans. Yeah, I love myself always. I try not to get jealous, but it's hard. Well, it's natural. We're human being. If you get natural, you just snap out of it like they have a dog and the dog get wet and he said, why did I get wet? And he shake himself off and he get right back on track. So, it's natural. You just don't dwell on jealousy to jealous of no one. You just tell yourself that, Lord, I'm at this age now. I should not be feeling this way. You know what I mean? But it's natural. We're human beings. It's natural. But you don't wanna, because jealousy comes in different form. And somebody say, "Oh, I envy you." Sometimes they don't mean envy as in literally envy you, but they see you with some stuff that they say, "Wow, I envy you. I wish I had that." Or they might see you with your husband or something, and they say, "Oh, I envy you. You have a good husband." Because they're telling you that theirs not good or their wife not good. I wish I have you. I wish I had known you. Or what I mean. So it jealousy is depending on how you're looking at it, but jealousy is just jealousy. But you can get out of it. You know what I mean? Keep working on your self-esteem. We don't want a low self-esteem. 'Cause when you have low self-esteem, it will pass off as everything. You're just jealous of somebody. You know what I mean? because you can't stand on your own feet without being envy of other people. But when you're working on yourself, you will get over it, we all had to work on ourselves in some part of our life. We all work on it. Work even now. Work is in progress. You know what I mean? As long as you're on this in planet Earth, you gonna have a constant work in progress to work, 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 work. They say in Jamaica, work, work, work on a chicken we a jerk, work on it. You know. And the good part of it, you understand what is it about you that make you feel some kind of way, and that is very good. That's the first sign of you learning that, sometimes I feel a little jealous or envy of something, or when I heard somebody says nice things to others, how comes nobody say anything to me? The good part of that is you're aware. Awareness is the key to grow out of the things that is not good for you. Awareness is the key, and you are aware, so that's good. It's like when you know what's going on with you, it's like you're having a toothache, and you know you're having a toothache, or when you know what's going on with you, it's easier for you to get the help you need by. And the help you need doesn't mean that you have to go to anybody to get the help. It means that you could just say, all right, I need to work on this, and I need to work on that, and I need to continue with what I'm doing, and then I need to eliminate some things by ejecting some things that I no longer want to be a part of me, like jealousy, like feeling embarrassed, or I don't want to be around too many people that brag and boast, because that can affect me. Or so work on those things, you know what I mean? And the good thing, you're aware. Anybody that is out there, once you're aware of what you're going through in life, it is way easier for you to navigate your way than when you don't know what you're going through. It is easier for you. You know what I mean? Ooh, the light indication. So it's easier for you when you are aware of what you're going through. But when you're not aware, that's where the problem lies. When you're not aware. But once you're aware, you are good. You are good, good, good. Awareness is the key to anything in life. It's like they say what you don't know about won't hurt you, but if you know about it, it will hurt you. How does it go? Or if you have a dream, or your dream see you fighting somebody in your dream or so, and your dream played out, and then when you see somebody come around you, you already know you already conquered that already, so now it doesn't matter, you know. Okay, you fight that already, you rebuke that already. So such is life. But I'm not gonna stay any longer, families. I want to say a big thank you to each and everyone, and thanks to everyone who is helping your girl here and everything. But keep going on, and we all have something to work on in this life. As long as we are in this world, we all have something to work on. Whether it is to own our own home, to work on our own home, to take care of our children if they're so young, to help them to see them go through in school, graduate, go to college, get married, settle down, have children, build a family, build a community, maybe meaning that they can have a business into a community, which is help building a community up, do something or so. So everybody is working on something. You know what I mean? We all working on something. It's like working on a project. We have something coming up we need to work on. All right, so work on our mind frame, work on our peace of mind, work on what make us stress, working on how can we eject the things that we consume for years that wasn't good for us. How can we eject these things and tell ourselves, okay, I'm gonna start only drink water. I'm no more pop, no more sugar, no more salt, no more this, because you've been through these things before, and you know the complication that comes with them. You know that you had a roller coaster with these things. You know what I mean? No more that, no more this. I don't need to no longer live in no rent house. I don't need to no longer work in no job. I need to create my own. I need to step up for myself full time. I need to be who I am. We all working in something. You hear me? I watch so many content creators right now, and even some in Kenya, and they're working on themselves by either building their house, helping others, creating their family, supporting so many things, and they're building their community. And building their community is building them. You know what I mean? They might not see it as building themselves, but it is also building them, because it's a foundation and they are the foundation. So we have to start working on laying the foundation. It's like people who in retirement now, and they tell you you have to start save at a certain age for retirement. And if you know, it's never too late to start somewhere. You know what I mean? Sometimes you say, but I'm 50s and I'm 60s and I don't got nothing. But what if it's in your 50s you need to start do what you gotta do? He will make a way. The Lord will make a way. He's good, you know. He don't work on all of us the same time. But if we speak the things that we need to be speak over our life into existence, we don't have to speak with the world, but with the in existence by put it in the universe. He hears us and so forth, and he know that one day those things will be granted. But we gotta keep working, you know. It's like when you even scientists when they're developing something, a year's worth of work, you know, years worth of work. But they had the formula, they had the plan, then they had the formula, everything. And even if they gone off, somebody can come and pick up what they left off and continue work on that formula to make it into something, to develop this, to create this, to have this, to save a life, to save that. Look, they look at pigs now, and for years they've been testing out pigs. Now somebody have, they implant a pig heart or something like that into somebody. So it just goes to show that life is life, and it's what we make of it, okay? So don't beat ourselves up, give ourselves some grace, and we will grow. You understand? And nothing wrong with being uncomfortable. Sometimes you have to be uncomfortable to get comfortable, and that's how boundaries will also come. The things that you were uncomfortable about, now you say, okay, I'm gonna have to set some rules and regulation for myself. You understand? It's just that you have to be mindful. We all have to be mindful, no matter who we are. We just have to be mindful, you know. So what good, family? Chatterbox is out for the day. Peace. Bye bye. Thank you all.